Hello and welcome back to Bookish Brits. My name is Michelle, and what I really wanted to do today is to give you guys some recommendations about serial killers in young adult fiction. Now it's October, Halloween is just around the corner, and I have to say a few years ago I would be all about the paranormal reading at this time of year with vampires and werewolves and anything like that. And of course everyone just got burnt out with that, didn't they? And now my new favourite thing to read at any time of year, I have to say, is psychological thrillers. And what I've been finding is that serial killers in these thriller-based books have replaced that sort of fantastical element that paranormal creatures once did, and instead replaced them with something sometimes more realistic, but often not. So here are some recommendations of some good serial killer fiction. And there is some overlap between some paranormal creatures and things. I think ghosts are kind of classic, aren't they? You can always read a good ghost story no matter what. Now, the first book that I'm going to recommend today has already been mentioned by Fiona in her Spooky Reads video, and it is The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. I love Maureen Johnson. I love this series. I cannot wait for the third book to come out, especially after that killer ending from book 2. But this book follows an American girl as she moves to London to this boarding school, and there is a Jack the Ripper copycat killer, and she tries to work out what's going on, and she finds some rather surprising things. I love it! I also really love the Body Finder series by Kimberly Durting, in which the main character, Violet, is able to hear a special sound when a person dies, and she gets wrapped up into solving different murders and things, and I'm pretty sure that there's a serial killer at some point during the series. I really loved it, and I think that would be a great story or series to tackle around this time of year. Another series of books that I really love begins with Silent Saturday, and this is by Helen Grant. This tells the story about two characters, Virla and Chris, who live in Belgium in the Flanders sort of area, and they have to deal with area who seem to be targeting people in this secret group that they both attend. I also really love the sequel to this one called Demons of Ghent, in which they're talking about a sort of legend about demons on the rooftops in Ghent. Love them both, love this series. Another really great YA book that has a sort of serial killer element to it is The Sound by Sarah Alderson. And what I found interesting about The Sound is that the main character, I don't think, is investigating the fact that there's a serial killer, but she herself is a target, as the serial killer is focusing on nannies in Nantucket, and that is what she is in the course of this book. I thought it was a really great, quick, addictive read, and I really enjoyed it. The most recent book about a serial killer that I read and loved is The Diviners by Libba Bray. This is a book that I had on my shelf for ages, and I put it off because of the size of it, and I recently read it along with Julianne, and I loved it so much. It's set in the 20s in New York, and there is kind of a paranormal twist to this book as well, but I thought the serial killer aspect of it was incredibly creepy and dark, and I was surprised by where the story went at certain points. Now, my two favorite books that have to do with serial killers at the moment is the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The first book is called The Naturals, I believe, and the second book in the series is called Killer Instinct, and they are so very good. I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes anyway, but pairing Jennifer Lynn Barnes with psychology and these like gifted teenagers who are able to solve crime is just the absolute perfect combination of things for me. And those are the 6 sort of recommendations that I have to do with young adult fiction and serial killers. I would love to know what you are reading in order to scare yourself silly this October. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.